Hi everybody, it's Julia here and I am back with a new process video, and I had a really good time doing this layout. I just thought I was going to start by saying that. And we're going to start by doing some mixed media. So I was going through my little box I have on my desk with stickers and stuff, and I came across these Simple Stories labels, and I hardly ever use them, mostly because I don't know, but also they come in a sheet of like 8 or something, and there are so many like I have never used, and I had them for years. So I decided to do some mixed media. So really, I started with the colors I know I never use, so these multicolored and the red ones, and so I saved the green, the teal, and the pink, I think. And I sort of going to put them in a diagonal from the upper right to the bottom left, and then I'm going to cover them. But yeah, so I'm just going to add some texture really to my page, and I'm going to use my stickers. So I think this is a really great technique if you want to add some texture and shapes. So here I have label shapes, and they are quite nice shapes, but also if you have flowers or different shapes like triangles or hexagons or whatever, I think it's a really nice way to add some texture to your page. So I pulled out my Heidi Swap matte, a silicone matte, and just some white acrylic paint because my gesso was in my studio and I didn't want to go down and get it. Yep, that's how lazy we were. So I think I painted my background 3 times. This is the real speed. No, I'm just kidding, it's not. Um, but yeah, so I think about 3 times, and in the end you can still sort of hint the colors beneath, but it just like you can't really see the colors. Some of the labels have printed words on them in white, and you can sort of tell there's something, but uh, I don't, yeah, I can see that anyway. So I'm going to go over the whole page about 3 times, and it didn't really buckle that much, but I think it's because I used acrylic paint and it also sort of pull it down. So my inspiration is that frame. There is sort of a blushy color with gold. So what I'm going to start by doing is the packaging technique, ooh, in tattered rose with some distress ink. And then I'm going to bring in some spun sugar too, after, and you can see this really pretty texture that it gets. I'm also going to add some embossing powder, you can see that on my desk, but we're going to come back to that later. So I'm going to add some of this spun sugar just to bring a bit more color, because the Ted Rose is really pretty, but I felt it was a bit too soft, not enough, so I want a bit more color. And like I said, I have used acrylic paint and not gesso here, so the paint resists this even more than the gesso would. The gesso would take it on a bit more, but I really like how it looks in the end. And what I really like about it is because you can sort of see the watermarks around the ink, and I really like that. So I like this page. It's still really bright and fun with this sort of soft pinkish hues around it, and sort of to emphasize the shapes. But I really wanted to play even more. So to bring in the gold, I decided to use this embossing powder. It's called Aged Gold by Stupendous, and it is a chunky embossing powder, which means sort of that you have to heat it from below first, so it starts to melt. Otherwise, it just goes flying everywhere. And I thought it would be really fun to make. It is beautiful, this embossing powder, if you add it a bit chunkier. Like you can see that I have a bigger spot of it. You can really see the texture of the embossing powder. It is so pretty. It has gold with a bit of bronzy look into it. So I did that and sort of placed them in the grooves. And I really like how that looks. So here I have pulled out the stuff I think I'm going to use, and I'm definitely going to use this frame, and I think it's from the Hello Love by Crate Paper, the chipboard sheet. And the photo I'm scrapbooking is of my aunt, And here she is just outside of her cabin where we do our thing in the summer and the fall and winter and spring. Okay, we're there all the time. Um, so I have pulled a few things from my um, Create Paper drawer, but in the end I decided to go pretty heavily on this sticker sheet, and I really like how it looks. So I'm going to pull out the stickers I think I want to use. No, it's a piano. That's weird. I'm going to say that's weird because I'm going to use the ballerina and the swan because that is much more like logical in this sense. um, but yeah, so here I have my Create paper, and this is sort of what I have left from the Bloom collection. It is not a lot at all, and it's a bit sad, I have to say, but at the same time, I'm sort of okay with it. I don't have that much left, if any. I do have a few die cut pieces, but I'm sort of happy. I mean, I have used it up. I have used that. I have made a lot of layouts I'm really happy with, and here is one. Um, and I do have to say that this is one of my favorite papers. Didn't think it was going to be. I thought that I would like the other side better with the flowers, but this black and white paper is really one of my favorite papers, and I have used it a lot. And it is beautiful layering paper. So yeah. um, so this page is about my aunt, really, about how much I really like her and what she means to me, and I felt like she is a big part of my life, and I have never scrapbooked about her, like of her herself, you know. So I thought it would be time, and so what better than to use these really pretty background with these really pretty papers with these really pretty stickers. I mean, she gets all the pretty stuff here. um, so yeah. So I did some layering here, and I want to keep it sort of this magical looking. I really like how the background came out, and I want to it is really works with the photo, and I really want to keep that going, that um, she's so possible. I don't know how else to describe it, but um, she just does, and I think that's why I chose the icons that I did, with the birds and the ballerina, and later the this one, is to really show that even though she is a grown woman, I suppose, um, she just she just does. Um, and I'm so inspired, and I hope that that has rubbed off on me to dare to try all the things that she does. She's not afraid of anything. She just go and does what she likes and what makes her happy. And I just feel like she's just happy, and I want to be that too. So hopefully her guidance as my godmother will rub off. If she listens to this, she will like lay on the floor laughing. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to tag this down because I've decided that this is it. This is how I want it. Um, right now, I'm sitting here watching it. I don't know if that tape will hold it, but that will be fun to see. There's a very big chance that will not hold, but whatever. So the biggest pieces I've used here is really the sticker sheet um, from the Gather collection. And I think this is a really good example of, if you want a collection or want a piece of a collection, the sticker sheet is you get a lot of value for your money when you get this, especially the crate paper. I think you get a lot of different pieces, and I think it's a really great value. The only thing is, yeah, the sticker sheet has that semi-glossy finished, and they are pretty thin and all of that, but you don't get quite a different dimensions as you do if you get the chipboard or the vellum pieces or whatever. But I think if there is one thing you should invest in a collection, if you can only buy one thing, I think it's the sticker sheet. And this one has the alpha stickers back, Crepe paper, took them away a while and then replaced them with sort of phrase stickers. And I don't know how I feel. I really like the font and I like this gold. Um, but in the end, I still think I would have preferred more phrase stickers. I know they came out with the like in gold and rose gold um, stickers, but yeah. So here I'm just using my new Amy Tan phrase stamp and I'm going to do the fantastic and then some hearts. I'm actually not going to let the title be the way it is right now. I'm going to change it because I felt like when I've done all the things, I needed a title and I didn't want to, where I had written my stuff and all that, I couldn't really fit in a title where I felt it fitted well. And the super snorpan, which is her name, it's her superhero name. Um, I just felt like, yeah, it didn't really. I needed something, either something else or something bigger, so I decided to change out part of that. So here, to bring something up in the left corner, I added a little pennant or banner with the same piece I used before, and then this one, and then that blue heart. And that blue is something I've used throughout the layout to create sort of my visual triangle. So I have the heart with this one. I also added blue tassels because I love tassels. I also have a blue heart right below that, and also I do have the label next to the photo. You can see it has a black sticker that says family. It has a blue outline. So yeah, I really like that blue color. So here you can see I changed out that first part of that. So I used the thickers or alpha stickers from Pink Fresh Studio Felicity. So it's not thickers because they don't have thickers, but you know, it's the same deal. And yeah, I've added all my journaling. So I love how this layout turned out. It is one of my favorite. I like that it is quite a, it's not that much product here. I mean, I used the sticker sheet and then some scraps I had laying around, and it still looks really, really cool, I think, anyway. So I hope you have liked this layout and it inspired you to try some new techniques with your um, old stickers, your new stickers, some embossing powders, and all of that. Check out my blog, link down below to see some more photos, and I hope to see you soon.